When it appeared that its control of Barathrum might be compromised, the Corps began concentrating its efforts at Crustal 7, a readily defensible strongpoint above the sheer cliffs known as Landow's interface. It amassed a sizable arsenal and initiated the construction of a major firebase to dominate the area.
Alright, welcome back to Total Annihilation Let's Play ARM campaign. We have to take over a firebase on Landow's interface. I don't think... Yeah, it looks like we don't have to capture anything in particular. So that's good. So we can just focus on just destroying the core without concern for collateral damage. So go ahead. The wind looked a little more generous on the briefing screen, so let's pop down a wind generator and see if it's acceptable. +4, it's a little bit meh. So we'll go ahead and pop out a solar collector as well. And we'll deploy our troops in a little defensive perimeter here. They don't give me an airplane to start. Bummer. I should have used the brawler on the mission previous. They gave us a brawler and I was like scouting with a zipper still for some reason. Don't know why. But now we have to use a zipper. That's alright. So we'll send one that way and we'll send you that way, and between the two of you I'm sure they'll uncover something of interest. And we do have a decent force to start with, which leads to me to believe that we'll probably be attacked sooner rather than later. Well, this is quite the bummer, because as of yet, we appear to have found 0... There's one, okay. So, we have, okay, there's a metal up here as well, but really we do not have tremendous metal at the moment, which is a bummer. But let's go ahead. Actually, we have enough metal in storage to build a K-bot lab, and then we'll have the commander walk up, build another metal extractor, get a radar tower, plop down next to it as well, and then we'll continue scouting operations. What have you found? I mean, there's a decent amount of rocks to reclaim. But hopefully we'll have more than 3 metal deposits here to start our campaign against the core with. But we'll make do. We can reclaim the rocks, get a solar field up and running if we have to, and then, you know, go heavy into metal makers. Is typically the, you know, go-to strategy. Metal makers are just always nice. It's just better when you know, have abundant energy to power them, and unfortunately because the wind kinda is a little mediocre, you know, we don't have the greatest ability there. Okay, there's some metal here. The core's kinda up in this region, so I think we can claim this spot as well fairly safely. Our K-bot is almost done. Let's go ahead and get a second one right off the bat too, so we'll have an acceptable level of metal, and there's a geothermal here as well, so we want to definitely figure out how to mount a successful defense of this little area here. Thankfully there's some nice terrain that'll help block direct fire weapons, so it'll be a little more defensible. So I guess we'll be okay on resources. Not overly abundant, but not terrible. I was a little worried there'd be no geothermal either, but appears that we'll have that taken care of. So let's get some more stuff just rolling off the line, I guess. And then another radar tower over here because our coverage is really only in the middle of the map. This is a pretty decent size map compared to some of our previous engagements. I might even do a 3rd construction K-bot. As crazy as that seems, let's move the phytos up a little bit. Let's get a couple zippers posted over here. Get some Get the Jethros moved up as well. I'm sure the enemy has some radar jamming going on in addition, though, just because the last several missions, I feel like, have all featured radar jammers, so we might not really be getting the best read just based off of the information that we're currently seeing. So we'll have to be careful, probably build some airplanes, and do some aerial scouting as well. Let's send this zipper a little bit around. Just want to keep clearing out the last few dark areas of the map. On this side, anyway. And then, alright, we're looking okay, again, unless there's massive radar jamming going on. So let's have the commander... Oh. Well, there's our weighted attack force, I suppose. Let's get the Jethros moving over here. Is there like a Punisher trying to shell the zipper or something, or what's going on? Yeah, that's the big wall, I think, that is sort of the main feature of the map. What's up with these Jethros not opening? That's whatever. Just kind of weird, I guess. You there. Let's get another defender up. I have a feeling there will be more air raids, so... Commander... I think that was killed by the fighters, so I think we're okay to rebuild that. If we were in range of the Punisher battery, that would be quite the bummer, but oh well, we could live with it. And then you go ahead and you can start work on an advanced lab. Let's get some more Jethros, I guess, going. Should build some Samsons soon, too, though. That would be a more ideal combat force, I think. If I remember, I think there's basically a cliff here, and then like a big ramp, essentially, but I think it's kind of a little bit suicidal to run the ramp. So really, we should probably focus our efforts mostly on aircraft. Let's see, we're already taking a lot of hits here. Can you take him out before you, Bam! That's what I'm talking about. I thought there was a ramp somewhere. I could be wrong. Oh, is it here? Well, that's a GAT gun. That could be a problem. That's a gunship. That's definitely a problem. Maybe there is no ramp. I thought there was a ramp to get up on top of this thing, but I'm increasingly suspecting that is not the case now that we've arrived at the edge of the map and have yet to find it. Well, Zipper, you've done your job. I don't think you're going to make it out. Sorry. We'll try. We'll try and bring you home, but... Oh... He's 1 HP in a dream right now. I don't know. He might make it. That's kind of funny, actually. I was not expecting him to... I mean, of course I knew you'd make it back, soldier. I don't send my men on suicide missions. Let's get some more AA up, just because... Yeah, I was figuring that we would see So he made it back just to die at least he died at home, you know. Oh well. But yeah, definitely we're gonna want more AA, I think, this mission. Come on, Jethros. There we go. Okay, I think that... So that turret, that must be in range of the enemy, unfortunately. Oh well. So let's, we have some metal over here maybe we can work with. I'm thinking that it'd be okay. I mean, and like I said, let's, go ahead. I think we'll get 2 metal makers up, and then more solar. Almost done with our advanced lab as well, which again we're probably limited to the same 3 buildings, but hey, we'll try an advanced construction unit. What could go wrong? And, I mean, for the very least, it's worth it, I think, for the radar that we can get from the construction unit. That's my thought, anyway. What do we got here? Let's send this K-bot over. Start reclaiming these rocks to support the creation of our new metal maker based economy. Send the Jethros to the back of the base, because I think we'll mostly be reliant on defenders as our first line of defense, if that makes any sense. It's almost like what they were built for. Alright, what do we have? Yeah, same nonsense. Alright, good. Let's get an advanced radar facility up. Maybe we'll build a Moho mine. Who knows? Could be fun, just to say we did it. So, yeah, the fact I kind of goofed there, went up down the K-bot lab tree, because I really did think there was an access. Let's send another zipper up. Are we just missing it? Because, yeah, I guess we might end up having to do a fully airborne assault here. Alright, fair enough. That unfortunately means, of course, that geothermal is easily within range of their artillery as well. This one might just be out. I don't know. Let's scout up a little bit. Have this construction unit hit that deposit there. You know what, just for fun, let's get some defenders up. And then, just so we can say we made use of the advanced construction K-bot, we'll get a moho mine. I know. Scandalous, really. See, the thing about the moho mines is that they're just not worth the squeeze. Like, the juice is not worth the squeeze. It's like a very expensive structure that generates a relatively small yield compared to how much more it costs. Because we're getting, like, what, 2 metal from a basic one. At most, you'll get, like, 6.5 or so, I think, usually, from a moho mine. So that's kind of the cost benefit analysis there, so to speak. It's just generally not worth it, unfortunately. Do I have any other idle units, or am I... Okay, yeah, you are idle. So let's go ahead and get you working on a couple defenders as well. And then once... I mean, we've got a very substantial, I'd say, defensive network in place now, thankfully. So we'll be able to just switch to production mode. I mean, we were already in a pretty good resource place. So, this back corner of the map here, let's actually bring this little unit of Jethros down and kind of put them here, so that way if the enemy aircraft, you know, are hanging out in this area, once they get past the initial wave of defenders, they won't just have a free reign. There it is, the moho mine in all its glory. I do like the design of the ARM solar collector, the pyramid that, you know, folds up. The idea that they bothered to animate something like that is pretty fun for such an old game. So I do appreciate a lot of the details in this game for how old it is. And the idea of, like, the solar collector turning on and off depending on, you know, whether it's currently under attack or not is pretty cool. It's a fun detail. I remember there was a Total Annihilation fanfic that sort of did an Ancient Aliens thing where the idea is that, like, the ARM and the core visited Earth in the past and, you know, were having a battle, and the Egyptians, you know, they built the pyramids in reference to the ARM solar collectors because they thought they were, you know, divine beings, which, to an extent, I mean, lore-wise, or whatever you want to say, I mean, obviously I know it's not true. I'm not trying to be an idiot. But, like, isn't, like, the Egyptian pharaohs are supposed to be, like, direct descendants of, like, the sun god or something like that in their mythology? So, sun god, you know, solar collector, pyramid being the tomb of the pharaohs that are the descendants of the sun god, like... There's a little bit of, like, fun, you know, hand-waving lore stuff there you could do, you know. And I don't think anyone actually follows the ancient Egyptian religion anymore, to the best of my knowledge. So I don't think there's that many people left to get offended, even in Egypt at this point. Well, let's get our advanced factories online. And then we can take out the I was expecting more attacks, but really I guess the Corps is just kind of dug in on this mission. And, I mean, we can see a lot of radar contacts. And, like, look how perfect that one arc is. But then the thing is, we don't see anything. Well, we do see some dots. I think there must be a radar jammer right in that little range. There's, like, a void in the center of their base there. So I'm thinking that we are going to be dealing with some additional hostile forces. Oh, here's our Moho mine. Oh, actually we're getting 8.4, so that's a little better than I thought. Still not exactly great, but hey. We can say we built a Moho mine. Isn't that exciting? It's going to help us pay for the advanced aircraft plant. Once that defender's finished, you can go ahead and help him out. Alright. I think that was a short-lived air raid. Okay, so the range of their artillery must literally be just, like, right in here somewhere. We almost, like, probably almost accidentally built our defenders in, like, an arc of, like, what the range of that turret must be. Let's do... We already know that we can only build a couple advanced things. I love that we can build torpedo bombers. That seems very useful for this mission. So, Commander, how about you guard the factory, help us spam out more gunships. I wonder if I should build another advanced construction cave out just to help assist our glorious air factories. Okay, so that gets us to there. I wonder if we build another advanced radar here just to have a little bit more. I mean, I don't know if it's really worth it or not. Let's just bring him back, have him assist with the airplanes. We're already half done with the geothermal. I think I'll tap this with a regular metal extractor. I don't want to put a Moho mine that far forward. Because I'm a little worried about it, but the fact that the Zipper hasn't been killed yet indicates to me that they don't have artillery range on that spot. What else? Is there anything worth doing here? We could, for the meme, reclaim this metal extractor and build a Moho mine on top of it, just for, you know, the sake of doing it. Not because it's a good idea, but just because it's an idea. Alright, so there, that should help with our energy problems quite a bit. And just to make sure we don't have any energy problems and to give you something to do, how about you build 4 solar collectors? And that should really... Because I think we're pretty happy with our metal income at this point. So probably... You know what? I will. Just for the heck of it, we'll reclaim that metal extractor, build a Moho mine. Is there anything useful that, like, we can just have this build some thunders, I guess, from the basic plant, just so it does something. Yeah, I wish they would attack me more. Like, I wish this was a little more interesting, because I feel like I'm not the best commentator in the world, for sure. And I do feel like I'm mostly just trying to carry this with conversation right now because, you know, I don't really, there's not a tremendous amount happening of interest in the game. So I'm just, like, trying to speak the best of my ability to try and keep things interesting until we can launch our attack. That is a huge number of core units, so that will be... Once we begin our attack, I think things will be interesting, but we're going to have to build up for a hot minute. We're already at 121 units. Alright. It would be kind of fun. I don't think... They probably just... Because there's no ramp. See, the thing about a ramp that would be interesting, too, not just that it would give us the option to try and run the gauntlet, but but it would mean that they could actually attack us with their mobile units, and that would be making this significantly more challenging, obviously. So, let's get one of these producing hawks. And the next one we'll probably do brawlers as well. The hawk one, let's have it... fly patrol. First thunder about to come off the line. You just finished that solar collector, and then really we should be good on energy, I think. And we have enough metal at this point. We could even turn off a couple of our metal makers. We're almost done with the next Moho mine. I remember back in multiplayer a long time ago in the before 4 times, I would occasionally make a Moho mine just to annoy my one friend because he hated them for their inefficiency, how much they cost, and how vulnerable they were to just, you know, a couple of bombers. But I would do it just to mess with him. He would beat me, to be clear, constantly. But it was worth it for the meme. What do we got? We got a radar contact up here. We could send a couple hawks to intercept once we actually have a couple hawks. We have one, which is probably... the problem is, if I intercept, it'll probably run back to the base before I can kill it. So I want enough hawks to probably just, like, insta-hit it. We have our K-bots very slowly trudging across here. Let's reclaim the wreckage. We just don't want to let our boy just lay there dead. Same with this one. I don't remember how many brawlers I actually queued, but looks like we've got a moderate number now. We have 2 hawks. Very good. Once the 3rd one is done, I think we'll send them as for a little task force to intercept there. I do like the hawk as a design. Even though, I mean, it's a very basic design, obviously, like most of the units in this game, but, like, something about it is kind of cool. Just works for me. Alright. Did what we wanted to do. Oh, good. Alright. And more brawlers, please. The thunder is just kind of morphing into each other. That was actually a thing you could do with shadows, specifically. Something about the way shadows just handle in the game. You can kind of stack them on top of each other, and then for whatever weird reason, like, the bottom one only takes damage. So, like, with aircraft, one of your big concerns is splash damage of, like, one aircraft blows up, damages all the others in the swarm, and eventually that starts just like a chain reaction, and you lose a ton of aircraft very quickly. However, with shadows, if you, like, stack them perfectly, that splash damage didn't really work. So you could just have, like, this infinitely tall stack of shadows that could all bomb through each other. But they, they were very hard to kill as a result of that. So, fun times with glitches and Total Annihilation. Okay, I am going to turn off a couple of our metal makers because we are very positive on metal right now, but energy is actually the thing that we're currently just a little bit tight on. So we'll go ahead and balance our economy out a little bit. But we now have a pretty decent Hawk force, as well as, of course, a substantial Brawler force. So I'm going to go ahead and probably send in these Brawlers first wave of the attack. I do want to figure out... I was having problems... Okay, we enabled health bars. Remembering how to do things in this game is hard. I know you can set command groups, I can't remember what you... I was thinking it was Control 1, but it's clearly not that. Let's take you out, you troublesome Punisher. A lot of the shots are hitting the cliff, but enough of them are getting through that, you know, we're able to make it work. Beautiful. I feel like we've sort of gotten behind their base, behind their lines of defense. I wonder, is the AI building more factories on its own? Because they're just, like, stacked in here. I'm wondering if they, this might be one of the few missions where they actually do build their own, the AI has, the initiative, or whatever you want to say, to keep building its own factories, not just its own units. That's kind of interesting. Let's take out its resource structures then, if that's the case, because that'll hamper them more before we lose these last few brawlers. Slow them down, get them stalling. Okay. So we've got multiple factories in the back there. Look how many, we've already got more brawlers on the production line. Oh, what do we got up here? Pretty sure the defenders will be enough to handle that light attack force. Alright, we'll build up our units a little bit more. Maybe let's send, let's see if the Thunders can get anything done if we just kind of order them to attack the middle of the swarm. I'm sure they'll get taken out pretty quickly, but just see if they can hit something. Okay, the fact that they have to go up the cliff, I think makes their lives a little bit harder. I might go ahead and just cancel Thunder production. And let's just get another advanced air factory. Let's get maybe like a little swarm of construction aircraft. That might be more helpful to our war effort. Yeah, there's like nothing other than planes is gonna take out their fortifications, I guess, so I guess that's what we'll focus on. Commander, what are you doing? I must have misclicked and sent him off somewhere. Okay, let's go ahead. Send these through the back again. Oh, a Moho mine. How exciting. Oh, they have a bunch of air transports. I just don't think they're smart enough to use them. Is the only thing. That would be cool, though. Like, if they could. I would be all for being attacked by air transports. Got a lot of gunships that we glitch out when we order them to attack, so let's just skip for now. A lot of shadows. Not a lot, but several. Okay, so, I mean, if... whenever those get triggered, I'm sure that'll be fun. I'm surprised they haven't come at me yet, because we're already 30 minutes into the campaign. Jeez. Okay. Let's, I think we have, you know... for the most part, we've done a good job at eliminating the AI's production. Oh, they can build more solar collectors, at least on their own, though, so, I mean, we probably will have to keep up the harassing, but certainly what we did is not helpful to them. We'll put it that way. I don't think the enemy appreciates it. We'll keep our Hawks in reserve for a minute until such time. Well, I bet we could dance them up. Let's see if we can snipe all those planes in the back, because the brawlers seem to get a little weird when you try and order them to attack aircraft. But if we kind of sneak these around... So if we just keep Hawk dancing, yeah, that's an efficient way to deal with the threat. My father was a fighter pilot in the ARM Air Force. The amount of whiplash he had from banging his helmet on the sides of the cockpit as the plane waggled back and forth was immeasurable. And the VA claimed it wasn't service-related. Can you believe him? Alright. Doing good, doing good. We just gotta basically take out the big massive units, I think, at this point. You know, it's funny, I just realized we had radar contact even though there's a leader there. I bet the AI, like, doesn't actually have enough energy. I suspect. That big mass of units is gonna be irritating. But hey, we've got more production now. Let's send them in. I'm going to keep going for the factories until we've eliminated their capacity to build anything else. I know they're already, like, stalling. But just in case... Where's a couple Hawks? need backup up here to deal with enemy fighters. Just so many enemies. That's really the trick on this mission, I think, is just going to be the dealing with the quantities involved. And they have so many construction units too. Jeez. We need more brawlers. Let's bring them up. Swing them around the back. Take out enemy construction. Yeah, they're building more construction robots, that's why. Okay. Done a good job, I think, of containing them. I like that they built a vehicle plant where the vehicles can't actually get out. It's very smart. Some, like, big brain AI thinking right there. Alright. We just keep carving away. Little by little. Each time we attack, fewer core oppose us. I wonder if they only have access to construction K-bots, because we haven't seen any other types of construction units. Because that would be nice, because that means if we got rid of their construction K-bots, got rid of their K-bot plants. Okay, there's a construction K-bot. Let's take that guy out, please. Because that means that they might be kind of done with their ability to actually produce more construction units. Which, of course, would mean our torture would be nearly at an end. It's up and over. Once again. Endless squadrons of brawlers shall fill the sky until the last poor robot is dead. It pains me so much in my heart to kill the cans. They're just too adorably ugly to die. But we must do what we must do. They do have so much health, too. It's kind of remarkable. I think there was another can up here. Oh, they took out her basic radar tower finally. Wonderful. Ooh. Yeah, okay, we don't have to queue anything else at the moment. Oh, let's get a few more on that queue. And the next wave. Oh no! The K-Bot! Kill it! Lest all our efforts be in vain. Oh. I wonder how many kills I'm gonna have at the end of this one. I'm not always, like in the campaign I don't always care, but I will be genuinely curious, I think, on this particular match. Like, can you at least get the pulverizer? No? Okay, let's, I want to try something. I want to try a few phoenixes. Like, to just... If we send them up here first, so they'll be on the elevation of the cliff, and then order them to attack down here. I want to see, like, how many we can get in one run. And let's use the Hawks for a little surgical anti-aircraft maneuvering. Oh, I forgot about this one up here. Oh well. See if we can get the pulverizer or taken out. Alright, good. We just want to avoid... want to try and get as many core aircraft taken out as possible. Oh, that's just a fink, I guess. There we go, we got it though. But I think pretty much all the missile towers have been dealt with at this point. What was this over here? Is this that stupid vehicle plant? Yeah. Okay. Got a few phoenixes now, 4 of them. Let's try that on for size. Commander, you maybe need a little more energy. So if we get the phoenixes up here, so they're at the right altitude. So that was several kills. Lost 1 phoenix. I have a feeling we'll lose the rest of these on this run, but as long as they get their bombs off, that's what matters. Alright. Well, that was an interesting experiment. Let's see if the brawlers can finish it off now. Alright, we might need a few more phoenixes. Just slowly try and attrit away at this block of core crap. So this Phoenix is a veteran in one run. Very nice. Nicely done. I like that the core is building amphibious tanks. That seems very appropriate. Now we know, even if we run into the water, we won't be able to hide, right? You know, let's see if we could use this Phoenix to finally kill that stupid vehicle plant that's over here. Could be a good use of it. There we go. See, our losses, unfortunately, are still going to be pretty high just from, I think, the amount of advanced aircraft we've had to throw at the problem. I like how some of the tanks are basically like pushed off the cliff, just about. That's kind of amusing. I'm realizing the cans aren't shooting, and I think it's because I remember now. I think that the cans laser... Oh, some of them are shooting, okay. But I'm pretty sure the cans laser actually takes energy to fire. And I'm guessing their energy eco is not good at the moment. Which explains why I think there's a relatively low rate of fire from them, because the units produce energy, but not as much as they maybe really need, ideally. Let's send in a wave of hawks now. See if we can hawk dance a little bit and get the problem reduced a little further. We're almost at the end. We've successfully managed to kill most of the enemy's stuff that's particularly good at killing air. So let's send in the final wave of brawlers. I have a feeling this will indeed be the final wave. Oh. Watch them do their thing. Watch the pretty explosions burn brightly, leaving a scar across the galaxy. Part of the problem, too, is that air transports are just so hard to use. Otherwise, I would have probably tried to mount a land assault or something on here. I wonder if I could make some mobile artillery. That could have been an interesting way to tackle the problem as well. Let's see, so there's just that instigator left, right? Okay, let's get a better angle on him. Oh, there was something hiding in the wreckage there too, it looks like. But that was it. We did it. How many kills and losses? That's what I'm really curious about. 279 kills and 183 losses. Alright, that was an episode, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, I'll see you next time.